Transport flying a Fairchild Charlie 119er, silver in color. We got a major problem. You putting the gear down? Never get it back up again if we don't. Mayday, mayday. This is Amber. Mayday. You got 30 seconds. Get up! Come on! Come on! Oh, God!
Where are we? 2,000 miles west of our course.
It's a big desert, isn't it?
Someone's coming for us, though, right?
What kind of odds do you give us?
No radio, very little water, and if we try to walk out of here, we're gonna last about 2 days.
I suppose there'll be a Four Seasons hotel out here, right?
I can get us out of here.
What do you know about airplanes?
I designed them.
What the hell is he talking about?
He's talking about building a new airplane.
How do they own one?
For 10 survivors, choosing to do the impossible is the only choice they've got.
If a man can't have faith in something, what else does he have?
We're either all in this together or no one at all.
I'm in charge, and I don't need to ask anyone anything.
I'm not taking orders from you.
What are they waiting for? They're waiting till we're too weak to fight back.
Do not tell them what a plane is.
You're going to get out of here. Come on, give me some help! It's coming. It's going forward 100 miles an hour! We gotta cover the engine! We just need more time!
Everyone here is dispensable except me.
Can we finish the airplane?
Say please.
Flight of the Phoenix is an action-adventure drama thriller movie that was released on December 17th, 2004. This is a remake of a 1960s movie of the same name. I have not seen the original, so I'm just looking at this movie as a movie on its own. I can't really say anything about the original. But what do I think of the remake without much knowledge of the original? Well, let's find out. A cargo plane crashes in the Mongolian desert. The survivors of the crash are not sure what to do to get out. But being faced with an extremely hot temperature, diminishing resources, and an attack by desert smugglers, they decide the only way to get out is to build a plane of their own, with the help of Frank Towns. Now, that actually does not sound like a bad story. In fact, it's actually a pretty good story. But imagine if that story was told by a motivational speaker at an assembly. That is kind of how the story is. I'm just going to be blunt here. This movie is a mediocre triumph of the underdog story in disguise. I say this because much of the movie shows the people not having much faith in the plane that Frank is planning on building, but Frank does not give up on making the plane. The outcome is exactly what you'd expect from a fucking underdog movie. The reason I have a problem with it is because it is rather odd to choose a situation like that. The reason I have a problem with this is because it's rather odd to choose a situation that can make for a dramatic and intense movie and make a motivational movie out of it. To be honest, it might have worked if they actually added some self-reflectiveness, like they kind of what they did in The Pursuit of Happiness. But I can't remember a single fucking time where they added it. Because of this, I don't feel very uplifted when they actually accomplish the goal. I could go on a raging rant about how the characters are treating a fucking airplane as an important accomplishment, but to be honest, it did not bother me that much, and considering the situation that the characters are in, I could see why building a functional airplane could be a miracle. But that's not enough for me to be distracted by the overall banality of the story. It does not help that the action scenes are pretty damn bad. There is not a whole lot of action, and even when it comes up, it's not cathartic at fucking all. It makes it a little more painful. What makes it a little bit more painful is that there were opportunities where the filmmakers could have shown the people fighting the desert smugglers. There could have been a shootout on the plane with the desert sons of bitches on the sandy hill, or even on ground at night. I mean, the people on the plane had a few guns, but for some inane reason, the filmmakers chose not to include it. Now for some decent news. I felt the production values were mostly competent. I felt that the production values were mostly competent. The cinematography, editing, music, and sound were done fairly well, which helps a little bit. Also, I probably should mention this. There was a music montage set to Hey Ya by Outkast that was very entertaining. This is partly because it is not a bad song, and even has a deeper meaning. Now, the meaning does not have anything to do with the movie, but I would prefer this over a fucking motivational song any day. Overall, Flight of the Phoenix, the 2004 version, is a movie that, to be honest, does not have much to say about. It was an emotionally manipulative story with weak action scenes, but there are some good things about it. The production values are pretty good, and I like the music montage with Hey Ya, and I don't think any of the characters were total pricks. In fact, some of them gave good logic at times, but the hokey moments that were utilized is, and frankly, quite a bit of movies from the 90s and early 2000s kind of overshadow those intelligent moments, so they don't really stand out as much. It is a pretty damn underwhelming movie that could have been exciting. I give Flight of the Phoenix 2 out of 5 stars with the title of Okay But Lacks Staying Power. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. Thank y'all for watching, and see you next time.